I wanted to review another fragrance that I had owned back in the day, but it is still available in the Perfume websites, and it is Santal Majuscule by Serge Lutens. It is a wonderful sandalwood scent, a beautiful woody, warm, spicy with notes of rose, cacao powder, and balsamic. So I have to say that this is one of the nicest sandalwood scents that I have encountered thus far and have tried also in niche perfume stores. So it is a very beautiful, warm, rosy, spicy, woody sillage and wonderful scent trail. So a beautiful signature scent if you like sandalwood and if you're not afraid from woody, heavier fragrances that are still leaning on the rose side. So this scent is a fragrance that is under the Oriental Woody fragrance category and was launched in year 2012, so not one of their oldest fragrances, but not a new release either. And this scent is still available on their website in normal bottle or flacon, and also you can purchase it also in some online retailer stores. It has a simple lineup of fragrance notes of sandalwood, damask rose, and cacao. So it is a very linear fragrance, and it is quite heavy on the sandalwood and rose combination, and the cacao adds the warmth and creaminess. I prefer this particular fragrance either on its own, or you can also layer it with other Serge Lutens fragrances, a la Nuit, for example, which is a wonderful jasmine scent. And it is a long-lasting fragrance. It is more or less moderate slash strong sillage, so not a hugely overpowering fragrance, but it is not skin scent, and it is still, as most Serge Lutens fragrances, both at the same time long-lasting and more or less moderate on the fragrance projection. It is a great value for the price. It is a wonderful, attractive scent, I believe, for both sexes, but especially for women. If you like sandalwood scents and some vintage scents, for example, because it has some reminiscence to some old school 80s, 90s scents with wonderful, warm sandalwood projection, for example, like some Guerlain scents. And also, when talking about the reviews online, a lot of people comment on the wonderful rose note. For some, it is too sweet. Personally, for me, I think it's just perfect. Sweetness-wise, it's not too sweet, and also not too leaning on the bitter side that would ruin the rose and sandalwood combo, so it is perfect. But it is more or less an incense scent, so as most Serge Lutens scents kind of lean on the incense base, and most Serge Lutens are created by the perfumer Christopher Sheldrake, so these would be more or less style-wise similar, even if they are very different in regards to notes. And many people comment that this is a beautiful warming fragrance, perfect for winter time, for colder season, warm soft hug, beautifully blended. I agree to this. It's a beautifully blended scent because the rose and sandalwood seems to be, and cocoa seems to be just blended into one single note, and it is very creamy, very nice, luscious, gorgeous. Also talking about some other reviews on Fragrantica. Some people might not like it if you don't like sandalwood fragrances or oriental scents, but it is more or less on the vintage rose side, and it is pretty strong and heady at once you spray it, but then it settles into a more closer projection scent and pleasant. And it is a great sandalwood scent profile. But overall, it is considered a pleasant scent, a very attractive scent, creamy, warm, enveloping. And when talking about the word from the perfumer's website, they note that sandalwood with a capital S, when Lutens was young, he always marked the importance of a particular thing, a period, places, which fascinated him by writing them with a capital letter. From this childhood obsession is born an enlightened Middle Ages. Sandalwood written in capital letters, full scale and life-sized. Obedi silenti, me non imperi, do not obey my orders, obey my silence. Turning pottery under the influence of bitter cacao, the sandalwood plunges deep into velvety trap. This is what the perfumers say on their website, and it is wonderful, likable scent, one of my favorites from Serge Lutens brand, especially woodier fragrances. It is a black label scent, so it will be heavier on the sillage and heavier on the longevity and overall a long-lasting fragrance. And do I recommend it as a signature scent? Absolutely, especially during the cooler periods and weather, especially autumn, winter, early spring. In summer, it's still wearable if you don't overspray it, or if you like more oriental, heavier fragrances. But overall, it is definitely a 10 out of 10 from me, and you can definitely check these perfumes out, order some decants online on Etsy, or order some bottles in 50 ml and 100 ml on Serge Lutens website. So definitely wonderful scent, definitely signature scent worthy, and a beautiful, well made, well quality ingredient wise. Definitely something nice. So that's all for today. Bye.